Welcome to the Cloud Native Computing tutorial on the platform of UK Technophile. In this video, you will learn history of cloud computing, what is cloud native computing, and different processes in cloud native computing. First of all, we discuss what is cloud. Now, whenever we open any application using internet or browse any website on internet, on the backend, there are many servers from where the data is loaded to website or application we are using. In other words, cloud is described as a communication network that act as a communication network. Also, cloud network means that is accessible through internet. There are three types of cloud. Number one, private cloud. Number two, public cloud. And number three, hybrid cloud. In private cloud, cloud computing is deployed internally within an organization. Companies use private cloud computing when the data is sensitive and they don't want to share it publicly. For example, banks. Data of banks is sensitive and they don't want to share it publicly. For this purpose, they own private cloud computing. And second type of cloud is public cloud. This is cloud computing service on internet and available to general public. For example, millions of websites on internet. There are many companies in the world providing public cloud services like Amazon, Google. In this type of cloud computing, we buy a space and they provide us servers. We store our data on that servers and run our application. The third type of cloud is hybrid cloud. Hybrid cloud is a combination of both public cloud and private cloud. As I gave the example of banks, that data of bank is very sensitive and they don't want to share it publicly. For that purpose, they own private cloud. But if banks want to send notices and notifications to customer for their purpose, for that purpose, they can use public cloud. As banks use private cloud for sensitive data and they may use public cloud for unimportant data, and this mixture is known as hybrid type cloud. Now, before coming toward cloud native computing, let's first look at what was happening as a traditional way of computing. Traditional way of cloud computing is known as monolithic. Monolithic in this context mean composed any application in single piece. As application is composed in one piece, then application become too large and complex. It becomes very difficult to make changes fast and correctly in this way of computing. Even if we have made small changes or small updates in our application, then we have to redeploy entire application. And monolithic application has a barrier to adopting new technologies. If we made changes to application, we have to redeploy entire application, and this is expensive in both money and time context. As monolithic way of computing has many drawbacks. The other way of computing is using microservice architecture. In this method, application is developed using set of microservices. If error occurs in any portion and it does not have any effect on rest of application. As complete application is break into small microservices, then every microservice is independent of other microservice. There are many advantages of microservices architecture. For example, microservices architecture provide us better organization. Better organization mean as each application has specific job and independent of other microservices, so they can be organized in a better way and easily. Other advantage of using microservices decoupling. As every microservice is independent of other microservice, so it is easy to change, update, and configure any portion of application easily. The other advantage microservices architecture provide us is that of performance. Due to small size of microservices, it is easy to bug. Now let's come toward cloud native computing. Cloud native technologies empower organizations to build and run scalable application in modern dynamic environment such as private, public or hybrid cloud. Cloud native application development typically include the following. Number one, DevOps. Number two, agile methodology, microservices, cloud computing platform, containerized application, orchestration system. The last one, continuous delivery or continuous integration, continuous delivery. In short, cloud native computing is a very new and modern method of application deployment. Now let's discuss each process of cloud native computing step by step in detail. The first one is DevOps. DevOps is actually combination of two words. Dev developer and ops mean operational team. Developer are those who plan the program, code the program, build and test the program. First task of developer is planning. Plan stage include which language to use, which feature should be added, how much time required for it, and which task should be given priority. Second stage of is coding. Then developer start coding the program. Third stage of developer is to build the application. When developer think some part is ready to deploy, then he build that part, mean to make that portion of application in deployable form. And then the fourth stage is testing. Then he tests the application to check whether it is working properly or not. Then the fifth stage is release phase. In this phase, developer hand over his code, his application to operation team for deployment. The first task of operational team is to deploy the application. And after deploying the application, to operate the application. And then finally, it is monitored by the operation team. And if there is any problem, then it again goes to planning phase. And this cycle continues throughout the DevOps process continue. Don't worry about these processes. We don't have to do all these processes manually, but there are many automation tools. By using, we automate all that processes. We will study that processes later. The major work in this process is that of planning phase and coding phase that we have to done manually. The next step is that of agile development in cloud computing. Before agile development, there was waterfall technique. In waterfall technique, until a bulky and huge work is not completed once, it remained in development phase and should not go to deployment phase. First of all, we have to complete our application that we are working on, and then we deploy that application. There was a big drawback in waterfall technique. For example, a developer start working on specific application and it takes 6 months to complete that application. And after completion, when he deployed application, the user may not like the features in application, or the features may not be needed to user. On the contrary, in agile development, which is very useful, in agile development, work is done in small portions and is incremental. In this method, we deploy every piece of work that is completed. Advantage of this method is that user can give feedback about our work and we can change that portion according to the requirement and need of the user. One of the important process of cloud computing is microservice. As I already discussed about microservices architecture. As application is divided into many small microservices, it is easy to integrate any small portion of application to new technology, or if there is any error, it is easy to bug from that microservice and integrate back into the main application. Another important process in cloud native computing is containers. Container is a runtime instance of an image. Image in this context is an executable package that includes everything that is necessary to run an application. It includes code, runtime, libraries, environment variable, configuration files. When we make container using image for any application, then this process is called containerization. For this purpose, Docker is widely used to containerize application. Containerization is very popular in cloud native computing because containers are flexible. Flexible means even most complex application and very big application can be containerized. Number two, interchangeable. You can deploy updates and upgrades on the fly. And third one is portable. You can build application locally, deploy to cloud and run anywhere. And the last one is scalable. Scalable means you can increase and automatically distribute container replicas. For example, if application is running and there is sudden increase in number of users in that application, you can make many copies of image of that application and divert the flow of users to other copies of that same application. Some users go to first copy and some user go to second, third and so on, and in this way the load is divided and application runs smoothly without any issue. After containerization of application, first step is of deployment, and there are many challenges after deployment. For example, we made application scalable by making different copies to balance the load, but how to manage it? And the other challenge is configuration. Configuration is very important to run the application, and how to intake configuration that it will distribute equally. And third challenge is according to the need which instance of application should be increased or decreased. And the fourth challenge is how to pass user authentication data from one application to another application. For all these processes we need an automation tool that do all these tasks. This process is known as orchestration, and tool widely used for this process is Kubernetes. In next videos, Kubernetes will be explained in detail. And now the final stage in cloud native computing is CI/CD, which means continuous integration and continuous deployment. We made application as microservices and break it into small portions. Then we made it containerized application and then manage it through Kubernetes. But still we need some tool that automate all the process starting from code up to the deployment phase. We have to only code manually and other processes can be automated through CI/CD very easily, and this is also known as CI/CD pipeline. Continuous integration is automation process for developer, and continuous delivery is to automatically upload changes made by developer to a repository. Continuous deployment is to automatically deploy productions. Thanks for watching and subscribe to my channel.